So, yeah, I kind of just was on Instagram, and all I could say was it's one of those weeks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sarah from Louise Live, and I am here to share with you my intuitive insights for this up and coming week. So my take on how the cosmic weather is going to affect us this week. So yeah, I kind of just was on Instagram, and all I could say was it's one of those weeks. Yeah, we got one of those weeks coming up, and yeah, we're gonna have to really watch ourselves this week. It's due to the energy that is coming in is due to a multiple of things. Primarily, we have a very serious full moon coming up in Virgo, and we have the equinox in Aries. And yeah, I just feel like starting from, right early on, you may already feel it. There's this brewing, underlying brewing energy kind of unfolding. And yeah, we know that full moons, we can be highly sensitive, highly emotional. And I feel like because of the equinox falling so close, we also move into Aries season. It's the end of the astro year. I feel like this week, it's this kind of build up and big endings, completion. I've kind of said that the word of this week is, or the letter of this week is C. And there's lots of words that we could use for that C, like connection, completion, conscious. And there's lots of other C words we might use this week too, if we're not careful. So you're gonna have to be fully aware this week, fully aware and really in alignment with what's going on. So, if you feel that energy starting to, charge you, trigger you, pressure you, instead of going into those old reactive ways, sitting back, taking a breath, doing your conscious breathing, your heart coherence coming in, 6 breaths in, 6 breaths out, just a couple of rounds, doesn't take much, so that we don't cause damage. Yeah, I think we've caused enough damage, and there's enough damage going on this earth right now. We don't need to contribute to that. So yes, the energy is going to be a bit testing. Yes, you're going to be pushed. And if you're not careful, you're going to be quite reactive, but you don't have to be. Yeah, you can look after yourself and you can be proactive if you feel that, pressure or stuff coming up, and do it different. Yeah. Change the pattern, change the behavior in a really productive way. Do your breath work, go for a walk, get out in nature, do some physical exercise to release that energy. I feel like this full moon really wants to take our awareness to our health as well, our physical health. Yeah. How well we're looking after ourselves, what habits that we're in, and how we can upgrade and better those. Yeah. So this week, have a little look at your health. Are you running at your best? Are there changes that you could make? And, are you addicted to sugar? Do you snack all the time? And correcting them. Yeah. It's just choices that we make every day in everything that make us who we are. And this full moon wants us to have a look at it. So let's look at it. Yeah. And know that when the energy is steering us in the directions, it's actually supporting us. So we're really supported at the moment to make healthy changes. It's so much easier to give up addictions when this energy is supporting us. Yeah. So if you know that you're kind of running some addictions, that are affecting your health, this is the perfect time. Yeah. full moon kind of rising all week, happens at the end of the week, and then kind of 48 hours later we've got the equinox, okay, which is the end of the astro year. It's a turning point in our seasons, and we go into a new star season into Aries. And I feel like this week we got to learn how to sit in the fire, you know, sit in the fire, whatever that means to you, without being reactive, without setting the world on fire. Yeah. So you're gonna have to really, as I say, navigate yourself through this week. And if you could focus on your health, and you could focus on letting things go, you know, if stuff comes up, it's triggering you, it's old stuff, you know, have a look at different ways that you can do it differently, that you can close some unhealthy cycles, maybe in your relationships, maybe to your relationship with yourself. You know, we're coming to the end of the astro year. Perfect week this week. Clean house, let it all go. You know, your internal house and your external house. Do a big cleanup. Yeah. So let's move into that new year, new cycle. Clear. Yeah. Fresh, ready to go. You also might feel quite tired this week, yeah, because we are coming to that end, and it, you know, the pressure is quite heavy. Yeah, so look after yourself, you know, go get a massage, relax, take a rest when you need to. Yeah. The card of this week that I pulled is let it go. Yeah. So this week, let it go. Yeah. Surrender, release, let it go. Do your meditation, you know, try and meditate every day this week and release anything that needs to go. Yeah, we don't need to hold on to anything. Anything that's holding us back, holding us stuck, holding us limited, holding us sad, holding us in pain. It's only us that holds on. No one makes us. Yeah. And when we can start to take control, let it go, we feel better. So yeah, we got a big week. Endings, completion, ending of cycles, closure. We're going to have to really practice being conscious, being aware, you know, acting, not reacting, being very proactive, really cleansing. You know, this is the perfect week to do a cleanse. Yeah, do a juice cleanse for a day, or fast for a day, or, you know, do something different. You know, maybe towards the end of that week, around that full moon, you know. Amazing. Amazing. So remember that this week. Yeah. Let it go. Give yourself a break. Know that it is kind of one of those weeks. Yeah. And work with it. Yeah. It was one of those weeks so I kind of, you know, chilled out a bit. Looked after myself. Went for lots of beautiful walks. Yeah. Let this full moon pass. The full moon, it's in Virgo, it's serious and it's quite particular. Yeah. So let this full moon pass. I have a beautiful online session working under this full moon. So if you feel aligned or you feel in tune to really do some clearing and letting go before we go into that new astro year, please join that session. It's going to be super powerful. We're also going to start harnessing some of the energy of the equinox. So a really beautiful energy that we're going to work with to really kind of set that path for this new year and get us really aligned, really in our power and, you know, focused on where we're going. So yeah, please join that session. And yeah, have a great week. Like, yes, it's one of those weeks, but we don't have to be in one of those funks. We can work with it. Yeah. Take the attention to you. Yeah, don't get too distracted out there this week. That's pretty much it. I feel like this full moon, this equinox, and then coming up 12th of April, we've got a really big conjunction. I feel like, you know, we're going to have to be super conscious and super aware in these coming weeks because, you know, there is a bit of heaviness and a bit of funk around, and we don't want to be funky, as I said. We don't want to be heavy. So if we are aware what's going on and we look after ourselves, then we don't get, you know, pulled down into it. We just keep rising above it. Yeah. And we take the high vibe of all of it. Yeah. Remember that with astrology and with our planetary kind of alignments, there's always a higher vibration and a lower vibration, and kind of two paths, how we, you know, how we work with the energy. So, you know, if we were going low vibe on this full moon, we'd be oversensitive, over emotional, really reactive, you know, probably cause some damage in our relationships. Yeah, that's the low vibe of it. The high vibe of it is we become really super aware and really conscious, yeah, and we work with it and we work with ourselves and we look after ourselves and we focus on our health and we do a beautiful cleanse, yeah. And we act and we breathe and we meditate. Yeah, and when we come out of that cycle, it's like, wow, it's another level, it's more empowerment. So it's up to you how you work with the energy this week, but just please remember it kind of is one of those weeks. Yeah. Have an amazing week. I will see many of you live online, or if not, you'll be receiving the download of the live session coming through this week. Yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So I'll see lots of you then, and I'll see the rest of you next week.